Welcome to We Love Deck Builders, the podcast dedicated to empowering deck industry pros to construct a thriving business. Join your host, April Edwards, founder of Deck Builder Marketers, as she brings you a cheat sheet of industry secrets and strategies that promise to boost your deck building business. Whether you're a battle-tested pro or just starting your entrepreneurial journey, this podcast is your arsenal for expert insights and actionable advice. So tune in and let's carve a path to business growth, one insight at a time.
Okay, we're live. Where are we?
We are in Dallas. We are here for the DeckExpo Pool and Spa Conference. We are in our last day, which is Thursday, wrapping up, closing down around 2. And there's a lot of people waiting for us, so we got to rock and roll.
Yeah. We got a line over there. And over there. Everyone's waiting for autographed copies of the Deck Builder Marketer Playbook, right?
They are. I'm just simply here.
No one's waiting for me. So let's do a little recap. Let's talk about some highlights. I know I've been on stage a lot.
You have. You were the very first introduction.
Yep.
Women in industry was awesome. Yeah, great group of people. It was so nice, well attended. They actually listen to people that are running the industry. They think people like myself are running the industry when everyone knows it's Margie, my wife, not me. And it's like that all across the entire industry.
We really had some powerhouses though.
Oh,
Like,
you had
seriously,
great people.
There are a couple ladies up there where I was just like, you're my new career crush.
Yeah.
Oh, Lainey, you're always gonna be my career crush, okay? Now she's gonna be mad at me that I said that. I'm
No,
cheating
she's
on her.
not.
I'm sure she would agree though. There were a couple ladies there that just seriously had some amazing things to say. And I think a big takeaway from that was Amanda Vina was talking about how she hired an operations manager before she had like the money to do it. Which, I mean, I do the same thing. I hire people a few months in advance in, anticipation of scaling. But for her, it was really important because she wasn't good at those things and she needed that. And the fact that she was able to recognize that early on, I think is what made her really successful. And I think a lot of people tend to hold on and they have a hard time letting go of the vine and they want to do it all.
That pretty much describes up every deck builder I know.
Yeah.
I can do everything. I can do marketing, I can do promotion, I can do advertising. I can do it all. And you can't. You can, but you want to grow, so do what you do well.
Yeah.
And let it go.
Yeah. And that was one of the first things that was said. And I was just like, I'm looking around and I see, a lot more. It was really interesting too, because all the men were in the back of the audience.
Where they should be.
It was kind of cute. It was like, they're like, okay, let's let the girls in on, close and stuff, but they were there to support. It was really good.
I'm sure it's like this in every industry, but in our industry, and you look at who we work with on a regular basis, who's doing the marketing, who's doing PR, so many of the people. Now, yeah, a lot of times you get up into certain levels of the industry, it's very male driven, right? But overall, when it's getting stuff done, I'm telling you, it's amazing how many people. We work with, every 200 different manufacturer members. And there are always a tremendous gal behind the scenes getting stuff done.
Yeah.
But it was just great. That was one of the sessions that we started out with. Then it was another 20 sessions. They're still going on behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And then on multiple stages.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to see the education come out of a normal classroom setting, which we still had, and they went very well. The talks were awesome.
Yeah.
But when you're walking in,
and the advanced growth marketing strategies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That was a very good class. That was well attended too.
Yeah.
So it's just great to see more education on the show floor, and I believe these sessions are here to stay.
Yeah. I think every year it gets better and better for sure.
Absolutely. That's part of our job.
I mean, we had 2 power panels, Deck Builder power panels.
Yes, you did.
What?
Mike Mitchell, Andy,
Levi.
Yeah, great people. Great. Sean Miller at
Sean
one.
Miller came up on the second one.
Past president, not just saying.
Yeah, but whatever.
So yeah, the show was good. We were right smack in the center of Pool and Spa. You came in the entrance and we were right here in the middle of everything. It stayed busy pretty much throughout, yesterday and the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And today's slowing down a little bit. It always does on the last day.
Yeah, it's like kind of when everyone's saying their goodbyes.
Yes, yeah. There's
with their suitcases.
Yes, ready to roll out.
Yeah. But they got beer going on earlier early today.
You know, it's funny, man. I would like to say that beer normally works, but not on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the show goers are probably going to be mad at me, but you know, hey, look, I've always said if we can cut it down a little bit, you know,
With
2-day show,
Yeah. Oh, well.
you know, 2.5-day show, like, can we leave it 10? No.
You know what I said? I said there's some people that come here, because obviously I talk to a lot of deck builders and I get different feedback and stuff like that. And there's some people that come here and they're like, I don't know, like I just go and I walk around and get through the whole thing in one day. And I was telling my girls at the booth that were manning the fort while I was speaking this week that I think the reason they say that is because they haven't networked and developed a community, and they're probably not part of NADRA, I would have to assume, because the people that are like all over the place and they have a hard time walking the floor, it's because they're connecting with people. And they, they could be stuck in a place and not in a bad way, but for quite a while because they're catching up and they're learning.
Without a
people.
doubt. When you have a community, whether it's whatever, in this particular show, it's NADRA, and they can't get down the aisle.
Mhm.
Hi, how you been, Bruce? Oh, it's so good to see you. And it's like literally, so what I really like to say is, look, social's great, social's at night. Social's when you're at night. Now we got to work. We got to go, I got meetings.
Yeah.
So I wish more builders would utilize the tools that Informal puts together with their pre-planning, set up pre-meetings, so you're booked. You know, you get caught up and you do it well, and you do it based on the show. So you're not gonna go here and then 200,000 yards over there do another one. You're gonna organize yourself so the people you wanna see in a specific area, you've made those appointments. The biggest thing I can tell you about shows is you just can't show up and walk around. You're not gonna get as much done as if you took the time to pre-plan, set your appointments, make sure you get to meet the people you want to meet with. So when you go home and you've lost a week of work, you've dropped $4,000 or $5,000, you've gone out late at dinner and woke up difficult, you made it worth your while. And so that takes planning at the bottom line. And if you do that at a show like this, you will find new products. I can't believe I can build this sauna in like 4 hours and make $8,000. Yeah. Well, you just built a beautiful deck. You don't think they like it?
Yeah, come to DeckExpo and learn how to increase your project value, right?
100%. And that's going to get better and better as more and more outdoor living comes into this show, which is our goal at NADRA, which is their goal. We want that to happen so that we can expand our businesses and we can bring in more. And not just that. Think about what you're doing to the family. Come on, if you build a big, beautiful space, it's awesome. Now, what do I do with it? Take it to the next level. People have indoor designers all the time. Why don't you bring in an outdoor designer for this thing you built? I understand you did a living room, you did a pergola, you did an outdoor kitchen. There's more to it than that. I'm talking right down to the glassware, the tableware. Like, do it right.
Yeah, well, Lacey Fowler McGee from Legacy Decks, she was on the women's panel and she had a really good perspective. She's kind of done all the positions. She was a project manager, now she's doing sales. And when I asked the question of like, where do you think women fit in the future of this industry? She really felt like women are going to be instrumental in design. And it's because primarily they're the ones who are hosting the events and bringing the families together and designing basically for entertaining. And so having that perspective when you're, selling something or designing a space, it's very complimentary, I think.
100%, 100%. We're gonna do a lot more of it. It's gonna get more and more fun. We're gonna get more details and service to customers better.
Yeah. Well, you're a popular man. We got some people here that are, waiting to speak to the man over here.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait because I'm live, man. I'm live.
Stand in line. Where's the rope?
You know what? Looking for my daughter. Where's Jen? I'm not important. They do everything.
So yeah. What about some of the products that you've seen?
I'd love to say I really get to get out of the booth, man. I did get to see a new product I saw at a Decorators. It's kind of in the middle of the road, but it also has all of the features, a lot of the features of their higher end product. Came in at a great price point. It looks beautiful. Some of the stuff I saw at Regal Railing was phenomenal. I saw the coolest thing at IG. So imagine you touch your glass and it goes opaque. So now you have a privacy screen. So you have this beautiful pool and you have glass and then you have a hot tub area. Well, you might want to make that opaque. And then also they can now put like pretty much, it's almost like a television screen in the glass. It's just incredible.
All I think is life is rough, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. I think of like, oh yeah, so you got a first world problem there.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get the water off the glass. It's like,
There's a market for people that want to have first world problems.
well, it's all here. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You want a beautiful outdoor space, coming to the DeckExpo is where you're gonna find it.
Yeah. Speaking of trying to fit it all in, I know of a certain someone that actually brought somebody with him to help moderate his conversation so that he would be able to see all the things he needed to see. Do you know who this person is?
I could take a guess, but there's a number of them. No, who is it?
Okay. No, I'm not going to say. I'm going to leave you guys wait. If you look at the Deck Builder live feed though from yesterday, you might get a little guess in who that person was. But
All
anyway,
right.
it's a good.
Well,
it's a good
whoever they are,
testimony.
they're smart.
Yeah.
They're doing it
It's a
right.
good testimony. So
Yep.
yeah, basically, if you come to DeckExpo and you're able to get through it right away, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, no, there's no way. This could be a 2-day show. You really can. If you plan well and you do it well, you can get it done. But for instance, IBS, it's just too much for our industry.
Yeah.
And nothing against IBS, it's a great show, but it's 3,000 booths and it's in 3 buildings and there's a railing guy there. And so it's just more difficult. In an atmosphere like this, you really can get a lot done. And it can, so it's very efficient, you know?
Can we see this man's shirt here? Okay. Can we see his shirt? Awesome. Okay. So I feel like this is a good trigger for a story here. Okay. If you can't see the whole thing, it says, "Dear Dad, great job. We're awesome. Thank you." And then it's him and his daughter and the rest of, all of his kids. Okay.
5 of them, yes.
And I'll tell you what, his wife, the one that runs the show around here.
Everything, Margie.
Yeah, and his one daughter are over here, manning the fort, making it all happen. And tell us, I'm gonna finish saying what I want to say, but tell us how long you've been doing this and who you are.
Well,
Who is
I've been
this guy we're
doing
talking to?
this for 44 years.
Yep.
Martha and I just celebrated our 44th. Actually started going at about 6 years before that. So I should be at my 50th. I look like I'm at my 50th. Anyway, so yeah, I would
Silver
just say
Fox.
this. Bottom line, we've been doing it 20 years for Nadra. But why we do this is so that all of us can enjoy this more.
Yeah.
Too many of us get caught up in, the best deck builder and we're growing and I got to work 90 hours. And when I looked at this industry and I saw what was happening, I really felt that we could come in and help. And that whole goal was to be able to bring a community together, feed off each other, help one another, learn from the pain points that someone who's, 20 years our senior has gone through, so we don't have to make those same mistakes. So at the end of the day, we're working for our family, not for our business. Our business is part of what we do. We can bring in more people and they can become more important to their families. So that whole impact thing, it's an overused word, honestly, today. I see it a lot. But if you mean it and you do it, it just takes one person. And literally we did this through one person and then that person brought in another person. So the power of one. So to me, I do all this so I can spend more time with these people. I love you all, I love the industry, but for me, I just want to be here. So if I can do more to make our lives, so if we could do more to make our lives a little simpler, so we can cut some of that time down, become more efficient, and then we can do what we want, which is get outside, which is why I do this, to be outside.
Yep. Well, I think that, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I feel like this is the foundation to everything. And there were a couple of panels yesterday where, so in the Deck Power panels, there was a consistent theme. It was really interesting. The fellas, they all had their perspective. They're coming with different experiences. But there was kind of an underlying theme with everything. And it was, quality work, community, and then really leveraging on a mentor, because there are a lot of people like Brendan Casey that really do a good job at mentoring people.
Yes.
And I just want to congratulate you, because you have, I hope you see what you've built, because there is a very powerful community here. And you've really helped build an industry that everybody is extremely proud to be a part of. And it was brought up over and over and over and over yesterday.
Just a family, man.
Yeah.
This is, I have 8 grandkids and now I have 20,000 great friends and I love them, No, it's all you guys. We just had the foundation We're a 20-year overnight success, and now we're going to watch all of us kind of go up with it. So it's family.
And even listening to Andy, another common theme was treating your team like a family. Okay, you're not a boss. You're a leader and a mentor and a coach, and you build your own community. And what you do helps them and their families, and then obviously the homeowners that are experiencing an amazing outdoor living space, and their families they're bringing their family together to enjoy this space.
It's a kumbaya movement.
It is, but it's, you know what? It's about building something bigger than you. You know what I mean?
And it really has. I mean, it really has. You look at everybody that came in, and I mean, everybody hugs everybody. Everybody's there for one another. There's not many members in this thing that when we heard the tragedies that went on, there were people that jumped in their trailers, put stuff together, and got it done. Like, I just love that about when you work with contractors and you look at what goes on. They coach our kids in soccer. They're out there in football. Yeah. Their mothers are part of the school. It's the backbone of America, man. And so to me, I used to be in the ski industry, and I loved it. It's a bit more high end, a little more fluffy, stuffy, you know, this and that. This is the meat of the potatoes, man. Like, we're gonna come in and make a difference, and when we leave, that space we've left is bringing that family together. And that was another thing. Put these down, you know? Get around the s'mores.
Yeah.
Anyway,
great.
I get excited. I'm very passionate. And thanks for everything you do, April.
Thank you.
Okay? Making people's life easier.
Yeah, I hope
literally
so.
writing it down, giving you a blueprint, saying, here, have my book for free. You know? It's not about always the money. It's not about, you know, oh, I want all these clients. It's about how can we do it all together.
Yeah.
And if you make the pie bigger, we're all gonna do better with it. So we grow with it.
Yeah. I mean, you get back what you give.
I say that to every single person. Why should I join Nadra? I said, you shouldn't. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, it's really like this. You're going to get out of this what you put into it. And so if you get involved and you reach out to the community, if you take the education, if you try to keep raising the bar, which is all we're trying to do, keep raising the bar, then you'll get a lot out of it. But honestly, if you just want to become a member, keep your money. Like, because it's not what we're here for. We're here for getting everybody together and be a community.
A couple other things I want to talk about are the awards. But before we do that, I do want to say one other thing that came up. I think Andy Henley's such a stand-up guy.
Guy's a great guy. So full of passion.
There's a lot of really great guys here, and I was just like a single tear wiping away yesterday in the panel because, you know, him and Mike Mitchell are family guys, and they've built a successful business to where they can leave work at 5 o'clock and know that when they're here, things are getting taken care of. So they have more availability. And Chris Breen, I mean, geez, like he's, you know, I think him and Amy took 110, they traveled 110 days this year, you know, and that's really about building something that isn't dependent on your time in a way that you could spend more time with your family. And I just want to reinforce, like, it's great to create a job for yourself, but eventually, like, and you think you have freedom with that, but eventually you're going to need something
I got to tell you, man, I'm like, you know, the boomers. I'm the end of the boomer deal, right? And I look at all the Gen X and this and that. I'll tell you something about today's kids. People say, oh, my God, they don't want to work. They don't want to this. I'm going to tell you something about it. You just want to work smarter. We grew up on the work all day, 90 hours a week, get out there. And that's great, and I'm happy. I got where I am for hard work, but I will tell you that today's technology and AI and the things we can do, you really can work less hours and accomplish what we used to take double the hours to do. So if we do that, that means we have more spine to do what we want, like go skiing or surfing or go outside hiking and God, whatever, you know, just have time.
Yeah. But yeah, Andy and Mike, they, you know, Andy coaches his kids, I can't remember, sports.
So it'll end up going more and more and more too. You know, like once you get in, you go with them as they get older. I'll share this real quick. So when it comes to some of the things we do, the deck competition, it really is a great competition. It started off as how can we show each other the work we do? And we literally were taking pictures and putting them into books and sharing with each other. Margie was trying to run a contest off of, oh, God knows what software, right?
Yeah.
And it just got bigger and bigger and better. And now it's probably the largest awards in the outdoor living industry that I'm aware of. It's a time for all of us to get together. It's a time when we're down. It's the first week of January. We do it in Clearwater. It's all on the website. You'll hear me say that a lot.
Is it on here?
I can't remember it all. It's on the website. So I will just say that if you want to see some of the most amazing projects and you want to feel what happens when a guy's designed it or his designer has, they've built it, it's been entered, they've placed, they come up on stage, and now they come up with their partners. Because what about the poor manufacturer of the railing or the lighting or the decking? They never get anything. They're in the background, right? Well, it was their product that made you build that. So they can join the builder on stage, and now they get to share in that unbelievable experience that normally you don't. So it's pulled everyone together, from the distributor to the dealer that sold it, to the designer that designed it, the contractor that built it. And when you bring all that together in an industry, and you're not trying to sell them anything, you're just there together to enjoy what we do. It's turned into a pretty special
It's definitely something to look forward to. And again, it's another family-oriented event. And what I wanted to say is, because we talked about that in the second power panel yesterday about what does it mean to be an award-winning deck builder, and the conversation just kind of naturally went in the way of like the intangible benefit of even being there. And for me, that's important because as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, as a leader, you have to focus on the things that are gonna fill you up and give you energy so that you can pour it out on everyone else.
You're gonna get it there.
And you definitely feel proud to be an award winner, go up there. But I was like, but hold on. Like, I've talked to people in your crew, they will share your vision and be more motivated to be a part of winning those awards. And can I tell you, a lot of it's mindset, and some people just don't have it. And I want to pray for you because you're going to miss out by being narrow-minded. And I can't remember who I was talking to, but they just kind of felt like, well, I have subcontractors and, they're not going to care about the awards. And I'm like, how would you
talk about somebody who never gets any recognition? You're substandard species.
And I'm talking
without
about
them, you can't build a job. But
the guys, they bring their crews there. And they all get to go up on stage.
And it's not a matter of winning.
The food is amazing. So you get to enjoy an amazing dinner.
What was that show? We spare no expense. And it shows. No. And it's not about winning. It really isn't. When you enter this competition and you go home to your local community and they write an article on you because you were entered into a national deck competition, you came into the top 10. Everybody came in the top 10. I don't care if there's 500 of them in the little piece, you're in the top 10. And the marketing that it does for you, because why wouldn't somebody want to be involved with a guy that was involved in a national deck competition? This gal must know what she's doing. Yeah. So it really, really does help your brand within your own market.
It's like I said, it's the intangible. People have a hard time, because you guys, build things with your hands, and I find that sometimes it's hard to understand these things deeper because you don't feel the immediate effect or see something, but. I mean, a good example is Brendan Casey, and I was talking about positioning yesterday and how important that is, and how you sell a luxury item and how important it is not to just say, quality craftsmanship. And everybody said that. And
I'm the best.
I'm like, look, guys, I want to challenge you. I understand what you're saying, but just tweak it a little bit and say that you exceed expectations, because that's truly what you're doing. And don't just say that, because that's a given. If I'm going to spend $50,000 on a project, it better be quality, right? And you better have good customer service. So how about you paint the picture of what it's going to do for me? And so, if, for instance, I use the example, if you have a market where maybe it's a high-tech area and people are making $250,000 and they're working their asses off, and then the weekend comes, all they want to do is relax at home. So paint the picture, hey, relax in your luxury outdoor living space on the weekends type of thing, as opposed to just I'm the best deck builder in the area. You got to kind of paint that picture a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like we own ski shops and snowboard shops, right? I never sold a product ever. I sold an experience. Where do you like to go skiing? What's your favorite kind of skiing? Oh, you're a powder hound, man. You're gonna love that powder day. How about when your goggles are good?
Yeah.
So you've already put them on the hill.
A powder hound, is that what you said?
Yeah, when you're skiing, lots of powder is going up over your head, your goggles are getting messed up. So you've already put them on the hill. They're already feeling it. Now it's just a matter of what do you enjoy the most? What do you need? You need some boot skis, whatever, you sell them that. Well, the deck is the same thing. When I first got into the industry, like, well, this is a so-and-so from Product Trex. This is a great product. This is a good product. Just like this. And I'm like, dude, listen, do you drink beer? You want a kegulator on the deck? Oh, you want? No problem. Let's put that there. How many kids you got? How about some s'mores, a little fire pit over here? Now they're mentally outside experiencing this already.
Yeah.
It's not a matter if I'm going to sell them a deck. It's a matter of how big a deck I'm going to sell. So you just got to remember that we're not selling a product. We're selling an experience. And I love all the manufacturers. You're all great. But the truth of the matter is, I can sell any of you I want.
Yeah.
I'm the contractor. I'm sitting there in front of that customer. That's the power that we have, you know? And the DIY, let's face it, they're doing it through education now. So they can tell me what they want. They've already done half their shopping. All right, listen, no problem. You know, I like this or I don't like that. I give my reasons. I'm just saying, sell the experience. Don't sell the product. You sell the experience and the products will fall in place.
Well, I mean, I work hard. I don't want to have to like figure all this stuff out. You know what I mean? So as a homeowner, it's like, please tell me what I need.
You know, when I buy 9 times 10, it always ends up like this. Once I have a relationship, I feel I have a trusting relationship. It's, well, what would you use? That's what you're going to most of the time. And then now we have the opportunity to say, well, did you want a pool? What about a fence? You got to put a fence around the pool, you know? And what are we doing out front of the front porch? Once they have you in a trusted relationship, you need to take it all.
Yeah.
Because they want you to do it all. They don't want to go do it again. So if you can bring that outdoor, so that's why we're excited, because in most of the United States, the topography calls for a deck first. We got them.
Yeah.
You want an outdoor patio? We can do that. You want a pool? We can do that. Pool house. But we're the first step. So if we do our job as fully as we can, and we take advantage of as much of that relationship that we've built, there's no end to what we can do for outdoor living.
Hey, Jason, can you look at the comments and see if anybody's commented? Okay. Okay. Well,
we've just given them all the answers.
I know.
And don't forget to pick up your copy. No, I'm not sure where.
Well, Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
You're on Amazon?
Yeah.
Damn. That's so cool.
Yeah, but you can go to deckbuildermarketers.com/book and get it. And who wrote the foreword in this puppy?
You know, it's crazy. I will honestly tell you, that was one of the nicest things. I was very touched by that. So I can't spell. My grammar's atrocious. My board of directors will tell you that they make my wife put the stuff out rather than me. But yeah, I wrote a foreword for this phenomenal book, and I mean every bit that I said, because you're very genuine, you're very sincere, you're in it for the right reasons. And look, it's even got my mug in there. And then you have a great one with Bobby Parks.
You're fishing or something.
I was fishing.
I love it.
In fact, in that picture, I had a big old fish, but you don't see that. Anyway.
Oh, really?
I'm very proud of that. Yeah, no, it's a fish story.
Okay.
It was this, it was that.
Yep.
No. And then you got Bobby Parks. You can't get it better than Bobby
Such a
Parks.
stand-up guy.
Oh my gosh. We have so many great people in this industry. For all you people at home, I don't sell much, but I will promise you this. If you can get involved in this organization and you can get involved in outdoor living, just do it, right? Just do it, because once you come in, you will meet the most amazing people, and you'll be very happy that you're part of our family.
Well done.
That's my sales pitch.
Yep, and you did that.
Thanks.
You started it.
Love it. All righty.
All right.
And that's a wrap.
Wait, hold on. So what's coming up next?
Wow, from here we go home and we get ready for our education, which is Decks Done Right. You can register for that, get it done in the next couple of weeks so we can get you your books on time. It actually comes with a 54-page, 4-color manual. There's nothing like it in the industry. If you want to learn how to build a deck, this is how you can learn how to build a deck. And it's 2 5-hour, 6-hour classes on Fridays, December 5th and December 12th, 2 Fridays in a row. And then we're going to be getting all the judging is just about getting wrapped up. So now we're going to start to get all of the amount of plaques and trophies and awards all printed up.
Yeah.
So we can be ready, and we're gonna have to throw a little Thanksgiving family dinner in there in between. And then we're gonna ski a little bit because it's gonna be snowing, so I'm gonna go to Killington at some point in December.
Is that in PA?
Probably not in PA. Usually in PA it'll be Elk Mountain, but I'm not sure. It's like usually by Christmas, depends on the weather. But Killington, yes.
Killington? I don't know where that is.
That's in Vermont. It's about 5 hours from Roger HQ, which is in Quakertown, just outside Philadelphia. Intergalactical headquarters.
I've never been to Vermont. I bet fall is so
Beautiful
there.
Fall's beautiful in Pennsylvania too. And then we're off to the, the awards, which is the first week of December, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Clearwater, Florida.
It's a good time. You bring your family. I mean, it was really
Go
nice
to the
last
website.
year,
It is
too.
not about, this isn't like go to the business show, go shop a show, no. This is bring your family, get on the beach, have a blast.
Celebrate together.
Yes, enjoy what we do. You're gonna meet amazing people. You'll probably learn more sitting next to the guy at the bar or sitting on the beach than you ever will at anything else, because it's all about the network.
Yep, for sure. But I'm interested for you to talk a little bit more about the education. So do you get...
I can't get out of here,
Yeah,
can
I know. But so who is like old school deck builders are good for that? Newbies, the youth, who would be a good fit for that?
We designed it in a couple ways. There's a number of programs, right? For instance, all the deck talks that were just done here, 6 of them, whatever was filmed, we are gonna put up and make available to the Nodule membership.
Nice.
So if you're a Nodule member, not only, if you didn't make it to DeckExpo, that's okay. This is an unbelievable series of classes that Chris Breen did through Legacy Academy. As an approved educator of Nodule, like yourself, approved for marketing education. This is something that we took the time, he took the time, 3 different cameras. So it's like awesome. And you're gonna be able to go home and watch that. Now, you gotta be a Nodule member, because you gotta get behind into the member section and be able to see this.
Okay.
But that's all gonna be online, right? That you'll be able to have this at your fingertips. The next thing is the Deck's Done Right, the Deck Evaluation Certification. Those are, the Deck Evaluation Certification is how to inspect a deck.
Okay.
So we did that for over 500 inspectors that are now Nodule members, because if you're looking for inspection in your local area, you can go to them. They're certified on how to go inspect a deck. It's on an app. They get a full report, gives to the homeowners or to the HOA or to the insurance company, whatever. That's a class for that. I really wish people would do that, because I would hire 5 college kids. I'd have them do 4 or 5 inspections a day. You get $150 to $250 depending on where you are in the country to do that, to show somebody, is your deck safe?
Yeah.
And if you sell it the right way, you're really trying to help the family.
Yeah.
Then of course, as a local builder, if they decide to fix that,
Yeah.
you can put it towards the price of the build, and it didn't cost them anything. Now all of a sudden, I got 5 kids selling for me 4 or 5 decks a week. I'm booked out through the year, and I didn't do anything except get some kids to go do inspections. It's not rocket science.
What there's some stats on how many decks need repaired
Oh my
at this
goodness.
point, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a math guy, but I know them so well now. There's over 60 million decks in the United States, 50 million residential, 10 million commercial type products. Of those 60 million, over half, 30 million of them are well beyond their year. So if you were in the roofing industry or windows and doors, you'd have already replaced them, because the industry has a life cycle. You can actually buy it. I want a 15-year shingle. I want a 25-year shingle. Well, let me tell you something. With what's going on today, it's not what it was. So most of this, through NAHB and other ones, say a deck is lucky if you last 15 years. Right? You're outside, you're in the elements. We're not doing maintenance. Sorry, not a lot of people are out there staining and covering and replacing the rusty things. So the bottom line is you need to inspect it. And once you do that, you're gonna realize, okay, you know what? We can fix it up. You're okay, it's not too bad. But let's get this rail fixed, and let's get this grass bowl over here where you're gonna fall down the steps. And oh, by the way, you got a little bit of rod here, just a little bit of wood to replace. That's why it's so important to do these inspections.
Yeah. So an opportunity to get some kind of additional revenue that's not dependent on your time, and then probably some more projects.
So imagine this, if
build your reputation.
If we average 2.2 million decks a year in North America, that's what we're putting out, right? There's 30 million out there. So imagine just a sliver of a percentage. Let's get an extra million decks a year, right? A million decks a year, let's just look at one company. Let's say we're looking at the Depot, 2,400 stores. An average of what they do, which we have a good idea of these numbers, right? That would be an additional $384 million in revenue just by building a deck to Deck's Done Right. Couple more, instead of a 2x8, it might be a 2x10. Instead of I might go to stainless steel if I'm along the coast. We're just making it better based on what materials are available to us. And it doesn't add that much per job, but when you add it all up, it's a billions of difference in the industry while you're making it better for the customer at home. So yeah, we wish more people would take the class on deck evaluation certification. And then you're gonna see a lot more. You're gonna see probably 40 hours worth of content education from some of our best guys. You know, imagine being able to watch a course from somebody like Dr. Dex who teaches you how to bend, or somebody like Wood Bully who's out there finding the coolest new toy, right? A tool. These are things that are going to start to happen over the next couple of years. Or a great marketing class from somebody who actually really knows marketing.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are just adding value every year.
Every day, man, it's what we wake up to do. How do we get better? How do we improve? My parents were tough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of like, if I would come to Dad with an idea, and I promise we'll wrap it up after this. You're probably bored to death to hear me.
No, I don't think so.
Dad would go, all right, so what do you got? Dad, I got this idea. We're gonna do this thing with WMMR, and we're gonna get like 10,000 people. We're gonna bring them out skiing. It's gonna be awesome. He goes, what's your backup plan? Well, what do you mean? Well, what if it rains? So I had to go to my dad with like 5 packages. Okay, if this happens, if the lightning comes down and hits the tree, we're still gonna be okay. So I learned about all this backup, like what if, right? So part of why I think Nadra's kind of going the way it's going is I've taken that same mentality that's been driven into me, and it's like, all right, if we do this, where's that gonna go? So there's a lot of domino, there's a lot of like looking at it from up here. And honestly, we've been so blessed to attract so many wonderful people. You know, with Pat Noonan, Bobby Parks, Vinny Karuba. I mean, Vinny, these guys, I don't know what they see in us, but they're just helping us so much. So I believe this. I believe God has a plan. And if you listen to him and you just go for it, things will work out.
Agreed. That's why I'm here.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Do we have a comment?
The Deck Nerd just said, I met the most
Met the most amazing people at this round. Oh, at the Deck Awards,
Summit.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
summit. Way Deck Nerds.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit this week. Yeah.
We're gonna
So
do
we're gonna do
something
it
a little different. Yeah, but we're always doing a little something different. Yes.
I was talking about how I missed the Beach Olympics, but the round tables I think are probably
The round tables produced 1,156 ideas that Barry John Davis, our international ambassador, actually typed out.
I don't know how he does it.
Well, you're going to see some results of that.
I mean, this
at
guy
this
spends
expo.
hours and hours and hours on data. It's like,
He's my boy.
oh my gosh.
That's another thing. If you ever need reports, we have them. Just go to Nadra, click on reports. They're all there. Probably more information than you ever want, but people that love statistics, it's in there.
Yeah, awesome. Well,
right.
hey, if you guys are listening, go to nadra.org and become a member immediately. Margie and Pops will take good care of you, get y'all onboarded so that you understand all of the benefits that are available for you. And then make sure that you like and subscribe to the Love Deck Builders podcast. And until next time, keep moving forward.
Be safe. God love you.
Hey, deck building community. Enjoyed the show? Hit subscribe and give us your thoughts. We love hearing from you. Ready to level up your business? Visit deckbuildermarketers.com. Check out our services and let's build your success together. Don't forget to download our free guides. They're a game changer. Thanks for tuning in to We Love Deck Builders and see you on the next episode.